Hello everybody and welcome to HoneyBunnyGames. My name is Twisted and today we're going to be playing Return of the Obra Dinn. So, what is Return of the Obra Dinn? It is a murder mystery game unlike any other. It is a masterpiece. This game is phenomenal. I did finish it. It took me about 9 hours and this is probably my favorite game of this year so far. It is really good. If you are interested in murder mysteries, games that are mostly about deduction and logic, I suggest you pick it up because everything here is gonna be a spoiler. Everything in this game is a spoiler because this is a game about figuring things out by yourself. So, this is the Obra Dinn. It is a ship that was lost at sea and all of its crew is gone. There were 60 people on this ship. There are 0 people on this ship right now. Our goal is to figure out what happened to all of them. We press tab and open our book over here. It has a lot of pages. It has about 140 pages, 135 pages. That's a lot of pages. Right now, most of them are empty. As we figure out what happened, these pages are gonna fill out and we can get the full story. We go over here to the beginning. You can see we have a few important pages. We have the map of the journey. Of course, it's now empty because we haven't figured out what happened yet. We have the map of the ship. Very, very useful. We can actually see where we are. These are our feet over here. This is where we're standing on the ship right now. We have the entire map of the ship. This map is extremely important. You will have to consult this map very frequently. Figure out where everything is. If you see a person standing in the bosun's room, it might be the bosun. If you see a person entering the steward's room, it might be a steward. Just like that. Of course, that's not always true. There's a lot of things that you have to figure out by deduction, by eliminating all other possibilities. But everything in this game, which is something I love about this game, it requires 0 guesswork. You can, of course, you can try to guess who someone is. But there are actual signs and clues that tell you who everyone is. So, we have a list of all the people. There's 60 people over here on this list. We have to figure out who they are, because we don't know who they are. For example, let's choose Davy James. Davy James, the 4th mate steward. Look over here. We have to select who is Davy James out of all these people. There's 60 people over here. We have to figure out who Davy James is out of all of them. By the way, they're all blurred now. A blurred face means you do not have enough information to decide who the person is. When you choose someone, also have to choose their cause of death. So we have to figure out a person's name. Actually, it may be easier on this over here. If you click over here, you have to figure out a person's name and their cause of death. A lot of people did die. Not necessarily everyone died, as will become obvious. Again, that's only a slight spoiler, but it shouldn't be that spoiler, if you will. So how does the game actually work? How do we figure this out? It sounds impossible. Well, we have to explore the ship. Right now, all of these doors are closed, except for like these that don't lead actually anywhere. Just some secret clue rooms over here. Not really secret, but they give you some cool maybe information about the ship. But doors will open as we see them open. So let's actually get into the game. There's a body over here. We have this magic pocket watch. That's how everything is done. We use this. If you're intrigued, I suggest you get the game right now. I won't dilly-dally any longer. By the way, the game is all... It basically uses only one color. It uses white plus anything something else. You can also like change the ooh, that looks very creepy. Oh my lord, looks super creepy. I actually love these. Whoa, okay. You can say change the color scheme if you want. It uses 2 colors. I don't want to switch that. Ooh, I'm gonna actually look through all of them. They all look pretty darn cool. I'm gonna be playing on the default one, which is the Mac, because I'm used to that one. Also, I think the green one looks very creepy, very spooky. I might actually do another playthrough of this, because I'm definitely gonna do another playthrough, even though I already know what happened. I know the story of the Obra Dinn. I still feel the need to play once again and see how fast I can actually solve everything. If you're interested in the game, I suggest you just exit the video, go buy it. I promise you, this game is amazing. It's so good. If you have any interest in mysteries game, if what I said so far intrigues you, get the game. Alright, time for spoilers. Let's start playing. We have a dead body here. Let's go see the last moments of this person's life.
Captain! Open the door! Kick it in. Ah! unless we break it down and take more than those shells.
You bastards may take exactly what I give you!
Yep, this is the game. So, it's kind of like Inception, you know? You can, if you find a dead body, you can look at that person's last few moments of their life. So we can see what happened. This is the body we're looking at. This is the exact moment this person died. That's where everything is frozen. We also hear the last few seconds of their life, which is going to be super useful for deducing some information. So let's just take a look around. We have 4 people over here. We have this dude climbing up here. We have this dude being kind of scared. This dude with an axe. They were trying to enter this room over here. They were shot by this person right now. So what does all this mean? Well, I know what this means. This did finish the game. But it's up to you to decide what actually everything is. Also, you can see that we actually have this door open now. Like, this door is now open, even if it was closed before. Since we saw the door open in a memory, it's now gonna be open in the real world as well. So we can actually now go and enter. We'll see that in a second. Now we're gonna actually have a quick recap in our book. We're gonna fill out a little page of the chapter. It's gonna be chapter 9. Because, of course, we are gonna start at the end, obviously, as every good story. Yeah, so this we had to see where the ship was when it happened. And we have a little picture that represents that chapter. Outside the captain's quarters, this is where we were located. That's the location of the corpse, very important. We're gonna find it later on. We can see everyone who was present in this scene. So we had this dude, we had this dude, and this dude over here. I think this was the dude outside. This was, I think, the dude that was killed. This was the dude that shot the gun. This was the dude that was climbing up there, I think. Look over here, we can see the transcript. The X denotes the person that this chapter is about. So over here we have a chapter about this person that died. You can see that that person who died said the lines, "Captain, open the door, and let's break it down and take more than those shells." Who is this? That's kind of difficult to know. Thank you, game. Yeah, it appears blurred throughout the book. This blurring indicates that you don't have sufficient information to determine their identity, which is true. I know who that is, but you don't. So I'm not gonna spoil it. His fate may be known and can be entered now. Well, that's kind of obvious. We know what happened. It's unproductive. We could try it, and I could guess it. Because I do actually know who that is. But let's not do that. Also, we can see all the memories that person was in. If you click this. I love the tutorial and sound, by the way. The game is like so smooth with that. So we can see all the memories this person appears in. First memory that appeared was this one. He died in this one as well. Of course, there's a lot more memories that we're still missing, so there's probably more memories that are relevant, but we don't know about them right now. So, yes, bookmarks, I know. Yes. I actually didn't use it at all. I didn't use the bookmarks at all, although they do appear very useful. I just never had the need for them, honestly. So we know what this person's fate was. He was shot with a gun by someone. We don't know who that other person is. We can guess from the conversation. If you look over here, he was yelling "Captain," so that's probably the captain. Probably. Captain is Robert Wooterell from England. Let's actually just choose that. Of course, we don't know if this is correct. Once you get 3 fates entirely correct, the game will tell them, okay, these are correct. That way you can't just keep guessing until you get it right, because you have to get 3 different fates completely correct before anything happens. Alright, that should be clear so far. Let's get right into it. And this is where the game is gonna become a bit cooler as time goes on. We can also zoom in if we want, so we can zoom in and this person, and we can actually see who they are in the book. It's that person. If we press tab, we can actually just jump directly, yes, to the sketch. I know, thank you. And we can see the entire sketch over here. By the way, I didn't actually look at the sketch, but this depicts all the characters in the game, which is amazing. I love this so much. It looks so cool. Who are all these people? Who is this? Who is this? Who is this? Who is this? Oh my god. What's going on? There's some weird stuff afoot. For sure. So, we don't know who this is yet. Although we could figure it out. And you probably already did. We don't know who this is. And we don't know who that is. And we don't know who this is. So, we don't know anything. Let's just go leave the memory. Let's go back into the real world. And it's going to allow us to actually explore a new area now. Because, as I mentioned, since this door was open in the memory, we can now enter the captain's quarters. Of course, there's a lot more doors around here, as you can probably tell from looking at the ship. There's a door over here. There's a door over here. once we find a memory where this is open, we can actually go inside. It won't take too long. You can explore the entire ship, as I mentioned, but we're not in a hurry right now. So there's a few more bodies over here. There's actually 2 more bodies around here. We're gonna look at all of them, look at all their memories. We can also go outside, take a lovely little peek around. What is that? That seems to be damaged. That's actually kind of cool. Maybe just a shadow. I don't know. It does not really matter. Can't enter this door. Closed. That's fine. Also can tell it has an X on it. That means the door is locked. If a door has an I on it, that means it is unlocked. Easy way to know things. So we have 2 dead bodies over here. As we saw 4 people in the first memory. One of them is dead. I'm guessing 2 of them are dead over here. Let's go take a peek. Let's go look at this dude. See what happened to him. Witness the last few moments of his life. And see the exact point of his death.
Where are they? Must be in here someplace.
They're at the bottom of the sea.
That's a lie.
Okay. We're gonna also walk around as much as we want. If we go over here, you can see that the guy that was shot, he is now very much dead. Not yet a skeleton, but he's a dead dude right now. So he's not really much help. We have these 2 dudes fighting, so my guess is this dude, which was the person who shot that person, he cut this dude's throat with a knife. That sounds simple enough. I'll go over here. Remember that guy from up top? He's now actually trying to jump onto the ship here. He's gonna succeed or he's gonna fail? Let's find out soon enough. Shouldn't take too long. So this scene is very simple. There's only 3 living characters in it. Sometimes there's a massive scene where there's 20 people just doing stuff at the same time, and there is a lot to take in. There's always some little hints hidden throughout. So we don't know who this person is. We can see who said what. It's fine. We don't know who this is, but we do know that they died by being struck with a knife. So they were knifed by an unknown attacker. Same person as the other dude. We'll get there though. Again, you probably already figured out who the killer is. Who this guy is. It is actually not that difficult to figure it out. From both in the photo and from the conversations. But I want to come to that conclusion naturally, if you will. Also, I just want to mention, if you press the tab menu, you can press Q to go to the beginning. There is a glossary over here. This is crucial. This gives you the information about the people. For example, if you don't know what a bosun is a foreman in charge of general equipment and equipment required to sail the ship. That is a massive hint, and it can give you some information. So if you can't find a bosun is probably someone who usually does stuff related to sailing the ship. You can look at the memories, find someone who's doing that. Could be useful. Also, helmsman, rated seaman in control of the ship's wheel, during moment-to-moment navigation. It's probably the dude that you can find steering the ship in the memories. Simple as that. And of course, you do know who the person is, like from the sketch, from the list. Because over here at on the crew list, if you go over here, you can see everyone's role. It's a lot of roles here. It's kind of cool. And if you don't know who someone is, actually just there's a body over here. Let's actually do one more body. Let's actually do this as well. Just switch to the memory. Yes. Switch to the relevant page. So what we could do is can do by not knowing attacker. What I could do, okay, he was probably shot by this dude. He was maybe a beast. But he wasn't a beast, obviously. But if he was maybe an enemy, he was maybe a we know maybe he was a seaman. Of course, we don't know any of these things right now. I'm gonna just type in unknown. But if you're not sure, we can just use process of elimination to figure some things out. I'm not gonna give out any hints, but again, very important things are the crew list. Very important, extremely important, and this photo. Like, probably just from looking at this photo, you can figure out who a few people are. It's actually not that difficult. If you just look at this photo for a few minutes, you probably figure out like a few people. Not gonna say how many, but definitely more than one. All right, we have one more course over here. My guess, that's the dude who was jumping from over here. Let's go see what happened to him. So we heard some noises. We heard a person choking. That was obviously this dude. We heard a stabbing sound. That was the knife entering this dude's chest. And we heard a loud thud, which was this dude killing this dude, which is kind of cool. Also, the door is now open. Can go check inside. That's gonna be quite useful for us. Nothing else over here. That's about it. So we can actually figure out this person's death right now. Just do this. You can select him over here. This guy's death unknown. We don't know who he is right now, so let's not even worry about that. We know who this person is. I mean, I know. You probably know as well. But if you don't, I don't want to spoil anything. I'm gonna actually try not to solve anything. Maybe I will. I don't know. We'll see. Because again, I think this game is all about figuring things out. Also, there's another corpse over here. As you can see, this is that person over there. Why is she over here? Why is she in this room? Interesting. I do not know. So this dude, he died by being clubbed to the face by the same person who did all the other deaths. Also, we have a door unlocked now. Let's go check out the last area. So as you can see, this door is now a bit fuzzy. This one was as well, if you notice. That means the door was originally closed on the ship, but we found it open in a memory, which allowed us to actually enter, which is quite nifty. Alright, so what do we have here? We have another body over here. That was that lady who was sleeping before. I don't know if you can actually tell that from her face, because she looks very much dead. We have this dude over here, so you can probably guess whoever everyone was. There are some hints, of course, because if you look at the memories... Let's just go into it. Let's go look at this person's last few moments, and all shall be clear.
Abigail, your brother, my friend. I shot him dead. I'll be with you soon, my love. Please forgive me. For everything.
He's pretty much dead. He shot himself in the gut. That sounds like a very painful way to go, my friend. Very painful. This is a lady. She might be Abigail, because she did say Abigail. He also said some other very interesting things that if you think about them a bit, you might figure out who that person was. So, if you think this is interesting so far, if this intrigues you, I again urge you again, go get the game. Available now on Steam. I'm gonna start solving things. If you don't want to be spoiled, please look away now. So now we have this person over here. How did they die? Well, they killed themselves with a gun in the face. It was in 4 memories. You can actually look through all of these. So let's actually try deducing who that person was. Again, it's very obvious, probably, but again, if you don't want any spoilers, I suggest go get the game now, play it. It is truly amazing. Best game of 2018 for me, at least. I couldn't stop thinking about it, and I still can't stop thinking about it even after I beat it. It was just such a joy to play. All right? Okay, so who is this person? Well, it should be kind of obvious. If you look at the photo over here, look at the... I didn't want to exit. My bad. We can go back to the book immediately. If you go look over at this person over here, go look at the photos of everyone, you can see... He's down here. He's in front of everyone. He has a fancy hat. He's obviously the captain, right? That's not enough evidence for you. What you can do is actually go over here. That was chapter at the end, right? It was the end. That was the wrong chapter. My bad. I want to look at the escape. Let's go over here. So over here, they're yelling captain. That's gotta be the captain, right? No doubt in my mind about that. So he shot himself. Yes. It's not blurred. I know he can be identified. So if the face gets unblurred, that means the game gave you enough information to clearly figure out who that person is without any guessing. You can guess, but the guessing is never required. Every person can be deduced clearly from the clues that are found in different memories. Alright, he shot himself. Oh no! It will not be easy, yeah, I agree. Exactly, it's fair. Yep. Thank you. By the way, I forgot to mention, this is the game by the developer of Papers, Please. That's not a relevance. This is obviously the captain. This may or may not be correct, right? The game. Yep. Yeah, fates are validated in sets of 3. So you can't just keep on guessing until you get it right. You have to get 3 of them right to get them into the book. And then you can't change it because you know that's right. So he shot himself. So there's one other thing we can see. So he said, Abigail, your brother, my friend, I shot him. So if you look over here, this person was shot, right? He was shot by the captain. So that means that is probably Abigail's brother. So what we can do here, we can actually go back to the... Let's again, if we're getting spoilery here. So we have Captain Robert Witterell. Where is Abigail? Abigail Hoscott Witterell. She has 2 last names. Witterell is her husband's name. Hoscott is her maiden name. If you look over here, William Hoscott is the first mate. Therefore, the person that the captain shot is probably William Hoscott, unless he shot someone else before he shot William. That could be true. We don't know yet, but right now it seems fairly obvious that that actually was Mr. Hoscott. Let's go to the end over here, and we have this unknown soul. I think that was William Hoscott. That is my guess. He was shot with a gun by Captain Robert Witterell. Now we know this dude. We don't know. Oh, actually, not unknown actor. He was knife by the captain, of course. And this guy, of course, I actually forgot to mention this. Just like this as well. So now we know the captain has a kill count of 4 so far. That's a pretty large kill count. That's the entire chapter done. Of course, don't have the solutions yet. I could solve them all because I do not actually know who all these people are. But I'm not gonna do that right now. Alright. So that's one of the chapter fairly done. Now, again, I'm gonna urge you again. What you see next is kind of what blew my mind initially. It's a big moment. It's a big thing. It was really unexpected. So I suggest you get the game. Alright, ready? Let's go see how Abigail died. This is Abigail. Is my... obviously, because she's in the captain's quarters. A dead body in the captain's quarters. That's probably the captain's wife. That only makes sense, right? Okay, we actually know memory. We have to go find a... we just gotta go outside to go into her corpse here. So, once we're done with the chapter, once you get all the stories, you can see the death count. And now the game is gonna tell us, okay, 4 people died in this chapter. That's good to know. Sometimes there are people who go missing. That means you didn't witness their death off screen. On screen, they might have died somewhere without you seeing them die. They might have just still be alive, but you don't know that. You have to think and deduce. Let's go into her memory. Again, gonna be the last few moments of her life. This is where things get real. Let's go. Yeah, she died in a storm. Something fell on her head and just literally crushed her. That sounds like a painful way to go. Also, you might think, okay, it happens, like deaths happen on the sea, but there's also a giant kraken attacking our ship. So, that doesn't sound like fun, does it now? He's tearing people apart. He's tearing them away everywhere. Kind of painful. Yeah, she's very much dead. There's this dude over here with a sword. He's falling down. He survived. This doesn't look like fun. This looks like a very painful way to go. And of course, the captain just probably stored her in the quarters because he wanted to bring her back home, bury her, something like that. But now we know how she died. She died by falling ring. It's easy enough. Actually, she was maybe smacked with a kraken. I guess that also counts. Some deaths have multiple correct answers. For example, like if someone... let's say that the kraken picked her up and like threw in the ocean. She could be killed by the kraken or she could be drowned, you know? Because both are technically correct. She also might just have fallen overboard. They're all technically correct, so all technically correct deaths do apply. The Doom! Ooh! Yeah, the kraken is the Doom, I think. Makes sense. Yeah, it's a big old kraken. They are nasty. They are nasty for sure. Alright, the corpse moved post-mortem. That's very important information. Who is this? This is... Again, I gotta just... That's Abigail. Because, again, she was in the captain's quarters. That makes sense. She was a... she was there. And I know how she died. So when I do this, the game's gonna verify, I think, all my deaths. Because I have three different ones. Let's see. She was crushed by rigging. Alright. Well done. 3 fates correct. Only 57 more to go. Yay. Oh god, there's so much more. Not even close. William was shot. Yeah, we know that. Now we can't actually change these things anymore because they are now correct. They're gonna be permanent. Of course, you don't have to get everything correct if you don't want to. If you want to get everything wrong, finish the game like that, get a bad ending. It's your call. You don't have to get everything correct if you don't want to. It's just something you should do because that is literally your job. Oh, what is this? What's going on? Well, you might recall, there's no more corpses on the ship. How do you find more corpses to look into? Well, if you go over here, you can see that there is a dude over here. Well, there's half a dude over here. The bottom half is missing. He's probably very much dead, right? He looks very much dead. He's a corpse, right? Let's go inside. So it's kind of like Inception. You go inside the memory of a dead person, and then you find a dead person in there. You can go inside their memory. You can find another dead person in there, go inside their memory, and just keep going back to the beginning as long as there's death happening. And there is a lot of that happening again. This is a doomed ship. We had the Doom. This little swirly thing is gonna actually put this on our main map. So if we wanna go to this dude's memory, we don't have to go through Abigail. We can just go from the main map. It's gonna be Fizzy over here. That means he was here at one point. This is where we found him. But he's not here right now. We can still enter him, which is awesome. Alright, I'm gonna go inside this one. It's gonna probably be the last one we do. I think this one's actually gonna open the inside of our ship. Unless it already is. No, I think if we go here, we're gonna have the inside of our ship open. We can go inside and check a little bit more. I actually probably could do that as well. Yeah, not a lot of dialogue here, just the gruesome sound of this dude's death. Hi, sir. Oh my god, that looks so painful. He's so dead. His body is over there. By the way, if this guy is this dude, we have enough information to figure out who he is, which is quite cool. Hello, sir. So there's a bunch of stuff happening. There's the Kraken attacking. There's this lovely water effect over here. By the way, I have to mention this game looks absolutely gorgeous. It only uses 2 colors, but everything looks so great because everything is a still image, you know? Like, it looks so much emotion. This guy has a gun. He's getting a gun. Hello, sir. This is this dude with a hat, obviously. This dude over here is tossing him the gun. Can they save everyone? Will they do it? We'll see. We'll know one day. Hi, sir. Don't seem to have having much fun there. And it's not open yet, so we can actually get inside. But as you can see, like, we didn't actually have enough time to check everything in the first go, so we're gonna have to go back there and see what else happened. So we know how this person died now. Who is this? I know who it is. I'm not gonna actually answer it here because that might take you a while to figure it out. He was torn apart by a horrible beast. Terrible beast. Yes, exactly. Well, others were present. Very useful. So you can see who else was in the scene. Now, this is all people who were in the scene. They might not be visible. They might be hiding behind a door. But they are still there in the memory. They were still present when this person died. What is this? Oh, let's go even deeper. So there's one more death in here. We can go even back. That's this dude, right? Yeah, it's this guy over here. Not having much fun over here. Let's go one memory back. Let's go into this guy's memory. See what happened. Actually, gonna just skip this guy's memory and go directly into the ship. Okay, so we found a memory that had the door open, so we can now enter inside the ship. Of course, there's multiple levels to the ship, and we don't have all of the doors unlocked, so this one is still locked, for example. We're gonna find a memory with that one unlocked. Shouldn't be too difficult. There's some locked doors. We're gonna find memories with those doors unlocked. Again, not that difficult, but this place is a mess, you know? Like, this was just a calamity. Look at this. It's a broken ship part. It's just crazy. Some doors over here. There is some blood dripping here. If you look, take a peek inside. There's another corpse we can look at. Ooh, spooky. There's another corpse over here. So the game does actually branch out quite a bit. The first few corpses are always the same, but once you get inside, there's maybe one more over here somewhere. I don't actually quite remember. There's like one more somewhere nearby. But it does actually branch out quite a bit. Still can't go over here because this one still is closed. Gotta find a memory with that one open. Memories usually may have more than one corpse. So it just branches out completely until you fill out the entire book. And then it's up to you to figure out what happened. And it's phenomenal. I am totally in love with this game. I just love it. It's good. It's so great. It's amazing. You should play it. By the way, I should also mention, I should have mentioned this at the beginning actually. YouTube is probably gonna compress the video, making it look not as good as it does in game. But I guarantee you the game looks phenomenal in game. Like even like it looks so simple yet so beautiful. I just can't explain it how it's brilliant. It truly is. But yeah, I'm gonna actually just end this one here. Thank you all so much for watching. My name's been Twisted. I'm HoneyBunnyGames. Now we'll see you next time.